the line of lost and find. Ended the game in overtime, drawing of a new design, drilling now on earth the mind, looking to the outward, speaking mind about words absurd, blurred to the curb, walking along the verb.
Hey everybody, what is happening? Dela back with some more Madden 17 Ultimate Team content. Today we're going to look at a blitz here out of the 3-4 Predator. I'm in the Ravens book, but Predator is going to be in other books also. We're going to go out. I wanted to see if any of the stuff out of like the 2-4-5, the nickel stuff I ran would translate over here. And actually this play was one of the simpler ones to do just because it actually is a fairly same setup, similar setup to what we run in the 2-4-5 version. So we're looking today at the SS Scrape 3 here. Again, 3-4 Predator SS Scrape 3. Alright, so this is one of those plays that does not work very well in practice mode, but if you saw the last video I put out, the lab session one, I ran it through there, and then also another game works very well. I mean, how it's supposed to there. In here, like I say, it's hit or miss. I'm going to keep the running back into block here on the left. Typically, even if he's on the side you're blitzing from, though, unless they slide protect, a lot of times he's not going to pick it up. But in practice mode, it gets all jumbled up. It's just one of those ones that it definitely plays differently in modes as far as that goes. So this is what it's going to look like here. Not flipped, just the straight on it. And after you got 5 guys basically coming in, 6 coverage there. We're going to take this, we're going to base the line, I'm going to show blitz, I'm going to take the defensive line and crash them, slant them to the right. That basically will come in, and if you want to bring 5 and bring heat like that and try and play here by yourself, you can do that. Let's see. I'm not sure if this even comes in practice mode. Like I say, I just remember it was a pain to, it was a big difference when I went from modes. Alright, so he's going to come in there on that. So it looks like it should at least work for in here if the running back's on the left hand side. But again, in game it's been working for me on the right also. They have to slide to block it in most cases. So we're gonna go out here again though, and now we'll get to a little bit deeper setup of it. Just more options for you guys. Again, we're gonna base a line. We're gonna show blitz. Very easy to set up there. It's just hitting your wire triangle to bring that up, and you can see right there. Base the line and show blitz all on the left. I just use you can use the stick, I use the D-pad, whatever's easy for you. Then again on the defensive line, L to bring it up, and then right on the right stick there, and you're now slanting them to the right. Let me flip this. Well, we're running it. It's running flipped here, so let me see if it runs how it'll run on this one flipped anyway. I guess we'll just do that. But I like to shade down and up anyhow. On the cloud flats, I like to run cloud flats on here. Either way I'm running this, I'll take whoever's on the outside, just move them out to about the tackle. It doesn't matter exactly where. I just don't want to move them out too far in case you get a run. You want to come back on that. And then I'm going to be usering up Mosley and just to see how it works in here. So more than likely you're going to use either hard flats or clouds most of the time, and clouds is the one you want is the base. If you can get to that just by shading down and then shading up on your coverage there, and that will do that. Let's see if this one comes in this way. I'm not sure if it will. Yeah, you see, he was coming free, but he got all he got all crossed up. So we're gonna run this one base. I have auto flip off, so when I play, I mean it is nice to have it on for the run, but for some reason, whenever I put in 2 controllers, my settings default. And my auto flip comes off in practice mode and stuff. So here we go on this one. Now let's try and get a 4-man. I run the 4-man out of this. This is probably the way that most people. I mean, if you can get it coming in on the guy, that's the way I want to run it. It's going to be better coverage, obviously, and the pressure doesn't really seem to miss. So we base a line, we show blitz, and again we're just slanting the defensive line to the right. That's enough to make that work. I go down, I go up. And then we have ourselves cloud flats. Now, I scoot him out just a little bit. And you can get this done, all this done by the time they're getting up to the line. So it's not a real, hard play to set up. And so from this, what I'm doing though, is if they have guys on both sides, like right now if they run Gresham and Brown, the inside, but Y Brown, both on streaks there, you can't use her both, and he's gonna be able to hit seam passes on you and stuff, and we definitely do not want that. So when I saw that it worked that way, what I started doing was just taking the defensive end. I mean, and you can just move on him. You can obviously do the quick routes on the quick adjustments on this, but he's right where you're gonna be anyway, so it's easy just to go on him, click A, down on the left the left stick or D-pad, and then back up, and there you go. And then what I want to do is, so he's, as you can see here, he's going to break, but anything coming off the line, he'll stay a little bit inside. So he's going to help protect that seam, so any fast passes right there. So that means your job is going to be to float out here to start the play. You initially you're going to want to come out this direction, especially if they're running like a snugs or a tighter set, 2 tight end set, stuff like that. And so basically we're going to end up here with 4-man blitz. And then you're going to have good coverage behind it. You're obviously going to have the 7 guys there that you want. So this is, if you can get that coming in and the guy has trouble picking up the blitz, not slide protecting for any of that, then you're gonna be having good odds of turning the ball over. Like that, coming real clean on that. Especially if they're not blocking. If they're not blocking the running back, yeah, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. But most people should know, if you're a competitive player, or you play the game enough, you should know at this point, you're blocking a tight end, you're blocking a running back when you know the person sends heat. It's just how it is. We'll do one more time for you guys, and then I'm sure you guys have it by now. It's a fairly basic setup. We're going to base the line, we're going to show blitz, and then we're going to, and at any point you can slide. You got to slide first, but then you can take the defensive end if you know you're doing that and put him out there. Shading down, shading up, and I hit Y to bring up that screen in case you're running on the right side, so you see on the right, up, over top, underneath. So again, I prefer to run cloud flats, as the base, and then over here. And if the guy's hitting you with running back screens, if he's screening you, then feel free to put the left end here. He's the right end really, but I'm gonna say the left. I always say the left is screen to make it easier to translate, for what you're looking at. But just man him up on the running back. Same thing if you think they're actually going to throw. If you think they're really going to throw some wide receiver one, you can try and get out there on that, or you can try and put him in. Put somebody else in that zone, closer to it, man them up to try and run out if you see like those 3 receiver sets, and then you can always put this guy then in that. So either way, you have options out there, but it's more just setting the blitz up, and once you see that you can get that done fairly easy, and it shouldn't be hard to learn, then you just make the adjustments on the back end like you normally would, just depending on what they're running. So thanks for checking this one out, guys. Looking to getting some more out here. I probably got a couple other things I can show you in some other sets too. Peace. What are you doing? Who are you blocking? Nobody?